All right. Hello, guys. My name is Luke FSB, Emperor of the Crusaders. As you may know, but only by their will to join into the Crusaders' empire, especially the nation of the Bovine that were in a deep state of civil war caused by our great friends of Amiris, that we always love, of course. We saved them, stopping a really harsh civil war, bringing peace into the south west area of the Talasi Peninsula. But as I told you, we used to have great allies in Talasi, and one of them were Donfuer. Unfortunately, when we step out once again in Talasi, Donfuer leadership ruined most of our relations, calling us colonizers. There were a lot of problems and issues. Crusaders' purpose in Talasi is the same in Ahalin, developing our lands, securing our borders, and not harming anyone unless provoked.
All I would like to say is the Crusaders aren't exactly being completely 100% honest with you. First off, the deck by the war declaration by the Grand Port on Stellari was not stopped because BB was very peaceful person. Like, he did help in this, around 3 million on the war, where like 700,000 max claim values is false. Second, the Crusaders they're completely hypocritic. For like what around a year they've been criticizing souls now. Well, not a year, but for a long time they've been criticizing souls now, saying that they are map painting, we are peaceful, but this is not true at all.
Of Grandhold in general, they are everything but not trustworthy. So don't give me lessons to how treat other nations, please, Nactus, because not you, you are really respectable man, but your leaders and the nation of Grand Horde, again, is everything but not trustworthy. We made a deal with them to not have Jeraria being in the Grand Horde. We signed an FMA with you guys one day after you made them join. And your leaders are, again, for me, Grand Horde is everything but not trustworthy people. And probably you guys have a big ego and need to lower it for sure.
Hello everyone. I just wanna say that I represent obviously the Rima Republic, which is a new independent nation. And basically what I want to say is that this clash between two major influencer powers in the area is very dangerous. I want to promote basically calm dialogues. The Crusaders are my brothers. The Lizard Gang is people that I've worked with in the past. So I just want to say to both sides that like you are both great groups. There are many nations in Talasi, and like basically the point is to promote peace and less destruction to minor nations and more cooperation. because at the end we're basically gonna have like big nations that are gonna be fighting each other over communities that are basically dying out. So the point is to cooperate, and there are threats outside Talasi and in Talasi that are much greater than either the Crusaders or the Grand Horde.
So, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we had our war on Talasi 2 weeks ago, I think, against Enosari. That happened. We obviously won. Pretty nice, but yeah, the nation's doing great. We are quite active. We have lots of events happening and stuff, and are open to host events together with other nations if they are interested in roleplay events like wars or religion stuff. Anything, just make a ticket or ask me, send me a message in private.
Alright, I've written something down here. So, I'm a king of a new nation. Probably seen it because we're the best. It's called the Ferocracy of Sukra. We're a vassal of Saria, and we're near Drakkar and Brakkar. Basically, at the start of Bexless, I own the Scarlet Cove, yeah. But, certain guy in here made me rage quit that. But I finally got my land back and more, so we're kind of just here to establish new relations with Talasi.
It's nice to be at the summit, guys. My first one. So I just wanted to say thank you for hosting this, the hosters and you guys. First Fort is a new town, so you might not have heard of it, but we've been very active and there's a lot been going on in our area of the world. We're in the southeast. First Fort is getting full with builds. We have a lot of people there. We've recruited a mass amount of people. We've been there for a month and a half. We are now the fourth most populous town on the server. I know that's just numbers, but it shows how much we've been recruiting and how active we are. We have been in some issues with neighbors, so-called Enosari, which now doesn't exist anymore. But they're still going strong. I just wanted to let you guys know. Down. You can visit our Discord and reach out to me if you want to talk. And recently we joined Michava, so Michava talked before me. I just wanted to let you guys know about their videos too.
I am a representative of Orem, and I have been asked to make the statement below. People of Talasi, I am here on behalf of Orem. My people's only wish is to build and live on land which we have rightfully purchased. But the leadership of Donfuer refuses to allow us our entitled rights, even though they themselves acknowledge the territory as ours. Even though we were full military allies without any stated reason, they would not allow us to claim on our own territory, shut down the talks, and blocked us. We did nothing to deserve this treatment. We were always on friendly terms. Now, because their leaders refuse diplomacy, we've been forced to make this issue public. We ask that Donfuer do the right thing and allow us to claim on our land so we can build without fear of griefing. Let's solve this peacefully while we still have the chance.
After Orem just kind of went through with that Staslov, as someone who wants to be a diplomatic power and someone who wants to keep the peace and stability in Talasi, formally back Orem and their rightful claims on the land that they purchased.
From a subclaim of, or I'm from a claim of the Crusaders, but I'm also part of the small group called Atlan. And we are currently positioned right next to Helena and a bit basically central Helena, but like or not Helena. And basically, we are kind of searching for someone that is willing maybe to buy that piece of land. The Crusaders have a discount, but if people want to buy that land, please send me a message.
I know that Stasel already spoke, but I'm just here because I really would like to walk away from this summit with a positive diplomatic response from Donfuer. Of course, we have had issues with Donfuer recently as rumors persist, but this isn't about Staslov and Donfuer. I'm here to talk about on behalf of Orium, just because there is an issue between Orium and Donfuer right now where no negotiations are being had over the. I guess it's kind of a land dispute, although it really shouldn't be, because the only issue here is that Donfuer doesn't want to make a role for somebody to claim up to the border in Orium, and we're not really sure why, because Orium was a FMA partner with Donfuer, and this is something that we would have liked to solve privately over a GC, over diplomatic talks, but unfortunately we tried that, and the talks were shut down on behalf of Donfuer. And a number of people were blocked in the Orium government, which personally I don't think is really conducive to this sort of diplomacy and negotiation that West Talasi is known so much for. It's the reason why our region is so peaceful and so stable. And I would like to, while we have the floor here, while we can speak to Donfuer, because at the moment none of us can speak to Donfuer, we have no means of opening up diplomatic channels with them. So Aurelius, I know that you're not a decision maker. There is a decision maker in the crowd right now that I can see, but I would like at least some kind of statement from Donfuer if it is that you guys aren't going to be engaging in any diplomatic relations with Orium, that you don't wish to engage in any negotiations, then I understand, but I would like to get a response from you guys.
Orium, we spoke with them. They persisted on and on. We were claimed over into their territory. That was a mistake on our part. We remedied that mistake. What they want is to claim up to our border, or up to our claim that's at the border. And right now we don't feel comfortable with, one, turning off our claim chunks or our borders with certain things that have gone on recently. And two, we just don't want anyone to be claimed right up against one of our nation's cities.
Yeah, see, I think it's a miscommunication, because we don't want you guys to turn off your chunk border, because you're right that could lead to not issues with just us, but any kind of squatters or whatever. But all you need to do is make a lands role within the actual like the lands plugin. You just have to make a role that only has the permission to claim up to border. And as far as you guys not wanting the borders to go all the way up to your borders, which is like, I understand, like that's reasonable. There can be like a 2-chunk gap, a 3-chunk gap, but like you guys didn't even want to negotiate on that part. There's around 50 to 100 chunks of land that Orium owns de jure, that you guys agree that they own, that they're not able to claim. They're not able to build anything on it, even though they purchased it for a very large sum of money. So I think that there is a way that you guys can get exactly what you want. You don't have to have the border go all the way up to your border, and you don't have to turn off the chunk borders, the 10-chunk buffer for everybody. You can simply just trust a single representative from Orium to a role that has that permission, and then everybody can be there to supervise, make sure that there's no funny business. These guys, they're small guys. They've been around for a long time. They're not troublemakers. They don't want to fuck with anybody. They literally just want to claim their land.
Grand Castel and Raythia officially merged. So, new nation, the Grand Carthenian Empire, moving, at pace. I'm really just here to keep all things short, to announce it, and to inform everyone if they had any diplomatic relations with either nation that they're both still intact. And, the continued rise. I think we're currently sitting at like 300 players-ish between the two nation claims, which will be rectified soon on the map.
He says, hello to the leaders of Talasi. I am Blueberry. I'm a leader of a small island state west of Talasi known as Hapaxolan. As you may know, I am one of 2 mushroom states in Talasi. The other being Voltaria. Shout out to Cake Crusader. I have hopes of exporting my mushrooms to the nations of Talasi in the effort to trade with and get to know everyone here. I hope everyone can accept my proposal of establishing relations with Talasi.
Boring. I am the leader of the Federated Commonwealths of Thalvion. I recently was made the leader. I mainly just wanted to talk about our relations with some of our closer allies on Talasi, those being the hegemony of Thracia, the Riemann Republic, the Crusaders Empire, the Shogunate of Elskagard, and others. Recently, things have been kind of quiet and tense with some of them, those being the Riemann Republic and Thracia. Ever since they declared independence, we haven't really gotten back to attempting good terms as much, and I really want to let them know that we've had to look back on ourselves as a union of states and make some changes. Again, we apologize if we ever came off as overbearing in our decisions, and we respect your decision to be independent, both Thracia and Rima.
I would like to mention that Zachria is trying to, become a good empire on the continent of Talasi. We are expanding our pickle province, and I'm just saying that at the moment we are starting to have great relations with our neighbors.
To offer my diplomatic help with Talvion and Brookhall, as we are friends with both. We can mediate. I can personally do that. And then I want to personally announce the creation of a new alliance in Talasi, the Adeutrixian League. If someone wants to join this alliance, please raise your hands in the stage real quick.
Wait, I want to join. Sorely wants to join.
Oh,
Yeah, I want to
crazy.
join
See,
as
we
well.
already,
I
we
want to
already,
join.
crazy,
I wanna
crazy.
join.
We
I
already
want
have
to join
full
as
members.
well. I
Not
want to
this,
join as
bro,
well.
not-
Can we join?